Let's start the morning off in the Weather Center with meteorologist Tim Wright. Tim, yesterday was gorgeous. How's it looking today?
Not as nice. The winds are going to be back. It will be cooler. Yesterday was about as good as it gets.
That's right, Sarah. A Nebraska company says that they know what it's like to be swimming in debt, and they also now know what it's like to be financially secure. That's why they want to help everyone spend their stimulus check wisely and have some fun while doing so. Very intense work over here. So
everything's intense for us when it comes to this.
Grandma Betty is joining us in the kitchen from Walmart, showing us how to make these snowmen. Grandma Betty, you need a little strength to do this.
Yes, you do. And
You really kind of do.
well,
Switching gears, it's officially Freaky Friday, and while I might be here at the anchor desk, we still wanted to bring you on a tour of a local haunted attraction. Yesterday, I toured a brand new one in Grand Island.
This year we're having Kransmare on First Street. Woohoo!
You guys, there's scary things kind of hiding in all the corners.
She's here, she's sore, but she's ready. Right, Jessica?
That's right, Sarah. It was a workout, but it wasn't too bad. Honestly, I was nervous getting into it, but the coaches were able to show us proper form, and then I went down and weight for nearly every exercise like anyone can do. At the end of the class, I felt a huge sense of accomplishment, though I was really tired, but at least I wasn't the only one.
Like when I got done, exhausted.
Christmas is just a couple weeks away, and Sierra Toys is here joining us with some ideas for Christmas.
You about broke that. Not even close yet.
Really, guys?
Nope.
Oh, I got him!
All right, tell me, get out.
Get out! No,
Wait,
you're
you
out
went
now.
He got it. He got back here.
Uh-huh.
Go on in. Roll. Come on, let's get him back out.
To best haunted attraction in Nebraska.
No.
So
Okay.
Everybody starts rocking just a little bit here and there.
Cute. That little halo was a
yeah.
bouncing.
Oh, yeah.
Over 200 donations have already been made to the 7th annual Give Hastings Day. Early giving kicked off April 20th, and so far, organizers said they're pleased with the results. The owners of Kearney's Alley Rose are now opening up a second location here on Johnson Lake called the Nautical Rose, and the owners say they're excited to give their employees new opportunities. And Unix says when you're heading outside, the best thing you can do in addition to moisturizing is protecting. She recommends wearing a scarf, a hat, or even consider wearing a face mask to protect against those cold temperatures and high winds. And she wants to remind everyone to wear sunscreen every day, even in the winter. Sarah?
Thanks so much,
Today
Jessica.
is the first day that some businesses like hair salons and barber shops are able to open, but they have to follow some new health measures. But after speaking with customers, we've learned that many say they don't mind the precautions.
Is NTV's Jessica Stevenson. Jessica.
Yes, they're selling cosmetics during the day and doing bridal makeup on the weekends. A Kearney native found shortcomings in the high-end products she was using. That's when she decided to create her own line. Marshalls, TJ Maxx, and HomeGoods all saying they're hoping customers wear masks when shopping in their stores. In an email sent to NTV News from their parent company, they say they're slowly reopening stores as communities begin to lift health restrictions, but they say they're putting precautions into place. Steadily approaches 100,000 deaths from COVID-19. Over 1,000 are military veterans. President Trump paying tribute at Arlington National Cemetery today as Americans across the nation honor our fallen heroes. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimber in Washington.
the stuff is terrible.
Yep, it is.
It's terrible.
Terrifying. There is an estimated 7.5 million people who are stalked each year in the United States, and that's according to the National Center for the Victims of Crime. And according to the Kearney Police Department, they say it's happening right here in Nebraska. Has this ever happened to you? You were driving down the road and the vehicle in front of you throws up a rock or debris, cracking your windshield.
We see a lot of this in Nebraska because there's so many gravel roads.
Who's responsible to pay for it? We spoke with the experts to find out. Here at home, according to Nebraska.gov, we're seeing a shortage of nearly 4,000 nurses, an issue they say that's hitting rural areas the hardest. In fact, Nebraska.gov says there are 6 counties in Nebraska with only 1 registered nurse. An important update this morning from Grand Island's Mayor Roger Steele. According to the Central District Health Department's Executive Director, Teresa Anderson, a staff member has tested positive. NTV's Danielle Shank listened in on the conference and has the latest developments. Danielle, what can you tell us about the Central District and the steps they will be taking? Menards now joining Costco as a major retailer, requiring all customers to wear masks when entering the building. And according to the local manager here in Kearney, this requirement starts today, and they have employees stationed at the front door enforcing this rule. And according to their website, other cities like Grand Island, Lincoln, and Omaha also enforcing this effort, but Hastings was not on the list. It can feel violating or even scary when discovering that your identity is being impersonated on social media, but it's not really just a fear anymore. It's becoming a reality for more and more of us, including myself, as well as the Democratic representative. Right now, what we're seeing is a little bit of reduced visibility as well here in Kearney, kind of like Tim mentioned in Grand Island, but ours is mostly due to the fog. We do have some snow coming down right now, but the conditions aren't too terrible. Let me step aside and show you guys here. NTV News is still committed to bringing you what's happening in your area.
Even as we work remotely during this challenging time.
Sarah, right now I have to tell you the truth. We don't know a whole lot. Like you said, we're on Highway 30. We are just outside Shelton. Now, I want to step aside and give you a little bit of a look at the scene that we see here. Tell you that we spoke with the fire chief. They said that call came around 3:41 this morning. About 7 minutes later, they arrived. The caller said heavy smoke was coming from their basement. And when crews arrived, they said that it was a very challenging fire to fight. I want to zoom in and show this to you guys. So here, if you take a look here, that is where the siding has actually been physically ripped off of the home by our firefighters here. They were trying to get access, get water down into that basement. That's right, Sarah. What I can tell you is no matter where we go, we are seeing damage and devastation across Grand Island. Joining me is one resident, Clark. Clark, we're standing in front of your home. What happened?
And we have team coverage of this fire. Let's bring in NTV's Jessica Stevenson, who was there as it was burning. Jessica, what did you see?
Sarah, as I was driving up, smoke was billowing through the air, visible miles away. As I neared the church parking lot about 45 minutes after that first fire call came in, flames were still ripping through what was left of the building. Absolutely. Thank you so much. We're so happy you're safe.
All right, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Now, something to keep in mind as you guys continue to clean up and you see the devastation that's come around, that the police department are urging everybody to only call 911 if it is truly a dire situation. They do not want you to use 911 to call just for simple outages, things like that. You are encouraged, if you are within the city limits, to call the Grand Island Utilities Department. And on a Memorial Day without memorials, Boy Scouts ensure fallen heroes are not forgotten. NTV's Steve White is live this noon hour with more. Steve. Smoke all around, making it difficult to see, difficult to breathe. I can't even imagine what it is like for our firefighters that we're seeing right here behind me. Now again, we haven't had the opportunity to speak with any officials because they are so busy battling this blaze. Confirmed cases of COVID-19 are still on the rise in the state. As of last night, the Department of Health and Human Services reported 3,358 positive cases in Nebraska. DHHS says both Cedar and Valley counties have turning challenges into opportunities and seeing better results than they had pre-pandemic. That's exactly what YPN says is happening now. Lady Boss Garage is a seasonal event aimed at informing and educating women, giving them the tools to avoid getting scammed at a garage. It's held at Pat's Auto Repair and Towing in Hastings. With people staying home for the past couple of months, many families are working on renovation and redecorating projects. And here in Kearney, a local furniture company says they're seeing the results. Welcome back. Tim is going to give us another check of that weather, but first we wanted to be joined by this pet of the week.
You don't need to hear any more about weather. We got to help somebody get a home. Who is this?
This is Maverick.
Approach to healthcare, and organizers say Nebraskans are leading the way. They're looking beyond a patient's physical health and looking at where they live, work, and play for an overall view of a patient's well-being. And organizers say soon all of these records will be available in one place to both the patients and the physicians. Visitors believe in a brand new website. The building that's over 100 years old is actually haunted.
People have seen different things coming at hallways and stuff.
Oh my God! Playground, splash pads, and the Yanni Park Fitness pad are all officially reopened here in Kearney. And starting in just a few moments, right here behind me, officials are going to be here sanitizing and cleaning every surface of this playground for a solid 2 hours. Purchased in advance, or you can buy them at the door at True Cafe on Saturday. For more information on either of these events, simply visit our website, nebraska.tv.
Joy, today's like the perfect day to go golfing, which I will not be doing. Sad Tim.
sad Tim. Or a great day to go check out Brian's kayak trail.
There you go.
There we go. Well, have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Reporting in Kearney, Jessica Stevenson.